I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mayhemic Thursday. Thought I'd hit y'all with a throwback intro, and hope everybody's doing well tonight. We got an amazing guest with us tonight, but y'all come on in here. Y'all get settled in, settle down, be polite, and tell somebody to move over. Yeah. My man, Ghost Lincoln, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Colleen, welcome in. Adina, good to see you. Teresa, good to see you as well. Welcome in. Get y'all's favorite drink and all that. But first, one of the baddest YouTube names walking these streets. Coffee first. Then speak. Absolutely. My man, Devil Dog Prepper's in the building. Yes, indeed. Jay Creature. Well, you never know. I'm sure he knows him, but we'll see. Because yeah, you do need him. Absolutely. Shannon, good to see you. My Renaissance grandma's in the building. Y'all better behave yourself because grandma's in here. You know how grandma is. She'll snatch you up in a heartbeat. Don't care who's around or where they at. So y'all better behave. Ed, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Shannon, good to see you as well. Okie Khan's in the building. Good to see you. Sherry, welcome. My man, my brother, my good friend, Devil Dog Prepper is in the building. So we can get started. Yeah, believe it or not, we can now get started. I was stalling until he got here, and he's here. So there you go. Psalms 146, Home and Garden. Good to see you, sis. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had an amazing day today. My man, Ed, is here. Hope you and Tara are doing fantabulous. See there, Ed? I made up a word for you and Tara. Fantabulous. Absolutely. That's a word. If you don't believe me, tell them to come see me. Yeah, fantabulous. Paper Buttons 19. Good to see you. Southern Tier Prepper. Welcome in. Michael Wolf. Good to see y'all. And everybody else. And if I didn't personally get to speak to y'all, please don't hold it against me. Sometimes, these old eyes don't scroll as quick as they used to. The fingers move, the eyes stand still. Yeah, good to see everybody tonight. Hope y'all are having an amazing day. XNYC OG Prepper, my brother, my friend, good to see you. Feather Fox, good evening. Tuck, there you are. KP, I'm so proud of your son. I'm proud of you. I am praying for him as he goes about protecting these great states of America, and much prosperity to that young man. KY Survival, good to see you. Cha-Cha's in the building. Good to see you, sis. All right, y'all. We got an amazing guest. I'm not going to make him wait any longer, although he makes me wait for days when I have the opportunity to be on his channel. But, that ain't happened in like 2 decades. So who knows? Maybe, he'll have me back over there sometime. But without further ado, folks, I want y'all to give a warm welcome to my friend, my brother, my guy, Country Dreamin'. Good to see you, bro. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great and hoping to get better. How you doing, family?
I'm doing well. Welcome in and good to see you. For those that may not know who you are, introduce yourself, tell the folks, about yourself and your channel and what y'all do. And then we'll dive into this Where there is smoke, there is fire. Or is it?
Or is it? I'm ready to dive into this conversation, but first I want to say hello to everybody in the chat who spoke so kindly. Hello to Vision Preparedness and the COO and Cole for allowing me to to hang out with them tonight. Now a lot of y'all might remember me or us as African Dreaming because that's where we originally started our channel. Although I always have been, am currently, and in the future will forever be a Texan. So you get that understood, get that out there. With the name change, and a bit of a reoccurring hiatus. I know y'all might not see me as much as y'all used to see me. Been busy trying to get things rolling out on the homestead, so I'm far less active with the lives. But thanks to people like this young man right here, help keep me motivated, keep me focused. You know, man, you jump back on or something, and if you see me over the next couple of months, it'll probably be at a fine live like what we doing right here. So thank y'all, thank you.
There you go. And again, I'm so glad you and April are back in the States, bruh. It's good. And you know, we've had many conversations about that.
Absolutely.
But folks, do me a favor if you have not, and one of my amazing moderators, if you could, please drop the link to Country Dreaming's channel. Folks, if you have not subscribed to these folks, you need to go check them out because he does everything from talking about squirrels farting to skinning squirrels to staying out of grown folks' business. Okay?
I try.
Yes. Mrs. Meadow, good to see you. Welcome in. 762-51. Good to see you. Welcome in. Hope all of y'all are doing well. But for the first thing I want to say before we dive into this, folks, y'all know the grid is going to go down, plain and simple. It isn't about if, it's more like when. You'll notice I got pinned to the top of the chat. Opus is launching the new Mega One. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you don't get yours, shame on you. For all of us that have reserved it and put down your dollar, September 10th, you can actually start buying them and use the coupon code that Opus sends you. Plus, if you use the coupon code VISION5, you'll save 5% more on that Mega One. Now, the coupon code VISION5, it's Vision in all capital letters and the number 5. So at least go look at it, folks. If you're in the market for a solar generator, I'm going to tell you right now, hands down, there is not a solar generator of this capacity that you can get for this price from any other company. And it comes with all the bells and whistles, 3-year warranty and all that good stuff. At least go check it out. That's all I can say. APTV, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had an amazing day today. And thank you for joining us here on Mayhemic Thursday. All right, folks, we all know where there's smoke, there's fire. Or is it? So let's talk about current events. And everybody woke up to the same thing this morning. Oops, good to see you. Welcome in. Tara, there you are. I was going to say, Tara, how can you leave Ed unsupervised? Okay? Yeah. Welcome in, Tara. Hope you're having a great day. Holly, good to see you as well. The shooting in Georgia. Tell me your opinion on that, bruh. If for those that may not know, let them know what happened.
Okay, well, I'd like to start out with sincere prayers and condolences to all the families involved, all the victims, all the lives lost, and those who are recovering. Be blessed. With that being said, I'm not torn at all. It's just that I've seen this movie before, so I know what's coming. And the whole issue, the whole 2A argument ain't never went away. It's waned and it's kind of progressed larger at times, and it'll dissipate a little bit, but you can never not count on a major event during this segment of an election season. And like I said, I've seen this movie before. I've listened to the arguments, both for and against, and I can only speak for myself. This is for myself and my family in this position.
Right.
As we've discussed in the past. Now, you know that I was living in East Africa. We've traveled all over Africa and lived in East Africa, one specific country. The country that I was living in, that we were living in, was a country that can take you anywhere from about 6 to 7 years to acquire a legal license to obtain what we call over here a hand tool. We're not talking about long tool. We talking about a hand tool, right? I'll go visit a lot of places, but I will never reside or live on purpose in a place that I don't have full access to the Second Amendment. That's just me personally. And I know it gives people mixed feelings about it, but as for me, knowing that I'm in a position to protect myself and my family and property and animals and whatever else we got down here, that's where I stand on it.
Right. So KY Survival said the Georgia kid was known by the FBI. Why was he red flagged? That right there, KY Survival, is an excellent question. And I saw in the chat, Robert Bates said in the last hour, his father was arrested.
Wow. Yeah.
So how many babies did this crazy person actually shoot and or unalived? Was it 4 or 6?
I believe it was 4 last I heard. Now that number may have grown, but I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Loretta, welcome in. Good to see you, family. Hope you had an amazing day today. And the professor is here, Mr. Mad Shad himself. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you had a great day. Hoogie family, Homestead, good to see you. Adina Collins, welcome in. And everybody else. My man, Vet Prep, good to see you. Good to see you. So, again, if we don't learn from history, we're bound to repeat the same mistakes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. And here in Ohio, specifically in Columbus, all of the schools have police officers in them now. All of them. Every single one, from elementary, middle school, and high school. And if this kid was on the FBI's radar and red flagged, why wasn't he visited to have a conversation? I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know any details. I haven't read anything about the story, but other than it happened. Right. And my prayers go out to all of the families at the school involved, period.
Yeah.
But now the cackling hen is probably going to come out and, as she says, ban all assault weapons. My question to her would be, what is an assault weapon? Because there is no civilian,
right,
to my knowledge,
right,
that has military grade weapons. If you do, wonderful. If you don't, okay.
Right.
You know
weapons,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No,
No, go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was going to say they need to get it right. Quit using these made up words, assault weapons. They're
What? Yeah.
semi-automatic rifles. And you can ask a lot of people in the great state of Texas, they use them and go hog hunting. And if you got enough money, you can get in a helicopter and go hog hunting with your AR-15.
Very
Allegedly.
true. Allegedly. Very true. Now the thing is, when this come up, when this topic it's reoccurring, but there is a lot of, especially from a 2A point of view, it's a whole lot of a jargon associated with it, and it's a whole lot of semantics. And you understand that, I understand that, but for folk who not really familiar with or don't exercise their Second Amendment rights, it's sort of easy to what's the right word for it? It's easy to mislead people, and have people thinking that you walking around with just full Rambo, and we still talking about a semi-automatic weapon that just happens to be bigger and has a higher velocity and all that. That's true, but I don't know. If it ain't got fixed by now, bro, I'm sure we'll get to this later in the conversation, but my faith is I feel like overall everything gonna be all right, but my faith just in everything right now is kind of like,
Right. It's like, okay, I'll wait and see.
Right.
And most of y'all in the chat feel the same way because they're bombarding us. The media mafia is bombarding us with a lot of information that is not true. I'll say that.
Right.
And all they talk about is gloom and doom. Ed said he was interviewed over his comments made last year by the FBI. Again, we're talking about a 14-year-old kid. Why are children doing this to themselves? That's what I'm worried about. And Ed, I agree with you. And I will say this. It goes back to the parents. You can call it cliche if you want to, but yeah, some of that blame is on the parents. Yeah. Oops said FBI gang. Go ahead.
No, you said, and I didn't even know that information. Yeah, you said the father was recently picked up as well.
Yep. Robert Bates said that. He put that in the chat. Said within the last hour, the father was arrested. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So, they may know something more and deeper and just, I'm doing air quotes, and allegedly just let it happen.
Wow.
Because they got a twisted, sick agenda.
Yeah. It's rough out here, man. It is rough out here.
It is.
Now, I got something to tying this back into when there's smoke, there's fire. I choose to think it is. Even if it's just a little bitty fire, fire can take down a whole state or hundreds or thousands of acreage, right? So you made a good point recently when you just said we are bombarded with information, both on various social media platforms, all the way to the traditional news that people still follow or may visit from time to time or read articles, print media, or what have you. The thing is that I'm amazed by. These news cycles come at us so incredibly fast that I remember back when we were talking, and it's almost like everything that just happened in Ohio never happened. It's just like this poultry facility didn't go up in flames. This train didn't just randomly, do what it did off the tracks. It's like information overload is an interesting way to be so bombarded that you find yourself not really either being completely disinterested in everything or pinpointing one or two things, and you don't even know if you're getting it all together, you know,
Right.
all the information you need.
And they do that to desensitize us from everything that's going on, so that when something major, and I'm talking an SHTF event, goes down,
Mm-hmm.
the majority of the people are going to be just out of luck. I'll say that.
Yeah. To me, now is the time to. What's one of your favorite sayings, man? The time is now, and
Yeah.
if you ain't really gotten either start gathering or got yourself together by now, Vision, you better at this than I am, because I think you can relate to the people a message that I'm sort of kind of woo side on a little bit, because I mean we've tried.
Yes. And I'll break it down, and I'm gonna use some terms that African dreaming used to use before you came back and moved to the country. Okay,
Yeah.
folks, if y'all don't get y'all an extra can of sardines and 2 bottles of water, you're gonna be poop out of luck.
Facts.
Everybody, I can name 20 people right now in the chat that we've been talking about prepping and preparedness. Roaming Prepper, good to see you, my brother. I hope you're doing well. By the way, folks, if y'all missed this live, please go check it out. But you know, we've been saying this. Something big is going to happen. I don't know what, I don't know when, but I can tell you this. There's not a person in the chat right now or on YouTube or in the world that does not have the feeling that something big is going to happen.
Yeah. It's in the air. It's in the air.
Yeah, it's in the air. The time is now, folks.
Right.
You know, I've been talking lately about getting the critical preps in order without blowing your budget.
Right.
Don't panic buy. Get the necessities.
Right.
Get the things done. Get the house in order. Get your equipment fixed. Test out your gear. Get your food, water purification, alternative water sources, security, and all of that in order now, because something is coming.
Well, you know, I think a little bit of what it is too, bro, is that if there's smoke, there's fire. I think the smoke, we can see and smell the smoke right now.
Yeah.
You just can't see the blaze yet, because I don't think it's one big climactic, or it could be, I don't know. But I think for people who are attuned to certain circumstances and environmental things that you can see right in front of you, I believe I get it. I'm not a PhD, but I'm just old country boy. But one of the best things God gave me was common sense. And for those who can actually smell rain, I don't know if y'all can. If I walk outside and it's cloudy and I can smell that rain, well, I think it's gonna rain. If the world, so with that being said, if this country or the world is if you can't see the clouds and you can't smell the rain, you gotta listen to Vision. Because I mean, you know what, one of my biggest things that we talk about from time to time, bro.
Yeah.
The luxuries of right now may not always be afforded to you, and one of my biggest concerns is comms, which you've touched on plenty of times. Different radios, having different forms of communication. What would you do? It's a question for the chat. Anybody else? What you gonna do if you can't talk to the people, to your internet friend and your internet buddy, like in real life? What if your phone ain't working? You have not nary a radio of any sort, ham or otherwise. What you gonna do? Which, I mean, that's just a question for everybody to ask themselves. To me, that's not living in fear. That ain't living in a state of, oh my God, let's pulling your hair out. No, it's the same reason you fill your car up. So you can have gas, so you can go somewhere. Same concept, different application.
Exactly. And Jay Creature has a question. He said, was the time in Africa positive or question mark?
Actually, Jay, great question, Jay Creature. It was, bro. It was at the like 90% of it was, but some very real lived hardships, which worked out for us because, you know, being in the poultry farming over there and being out in rural Africa, we were kind of prepared for certain things anyway because we knew it would be a challenge, but it got hard sometimes. I mean, stretches of 7-8 days with the tap not running at all. In fact, a little bit before circumstances arose and we headed back to the States sooner than we had initially planned, we just had a 1,000 liter water tank installed. That was a saver and a game changer. Sporadic rolling blackouts was just the everyday part of life. I mean, small village, but you could see in the mountains, like they would get power for 6 hours, and then another part over this way would get power for 6 hours, and then it may be your turn, but this time they only give you 3. So we lived off of generators. We lived off of potable and non-potable water. I mean, it was real out there, but a great experience nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, folks. You know, that's why we prep. Everybody in here, I'm sure, has some type of car insurance. Everybody in here that owns a house, condo, homestead, farm, whatever, has some type of homeowner's insurance. Hopefully, everybody has some type of health insurance, whatever it may be. Why not have some type of insurance so that you and your family can eat when the stores are not letting you eat? Or when that gang of yahoos, or as the Roman prepper says, the chupacabra shows up on your front porch, and you know,
right.
you got to handle your business to protect yourself and your family. I look at all of that as insurance to secure food, water, shelter, security, and safety for my family and myself. You know,
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And Rabbit Coyote, good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. He said, I have my box of Twinkies. I'm ready for the apocalypse now. I know that's right, because them and spam will be the only thing left after we all dead, gone, and buried. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Water Tiger said, common sense. Yeah, right. Water Tiger said, common sense is no longer so common. You are absolutely right. Yeah. Jules, good to see you. Welcome in. Cherokee Survival, my brother, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us this evening, and get on in here. That's right, Mad Shad. Where the fierce Christians at? Right here, bro. You know. When I heard you say be a fierce Christian, I'm like, hi, my name is VP. I'm a fierce Christian. Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt. We're going to do what we got to do what needs to be done. But, you know, we were talking, Jay and I were talking, and we've been talking about everything. And the one thing I will say, folks, is you got to figure out and have some discernment to be able to see through the muck and the mire that these people are painting. Because if y'all were here on the chat when I had Guardian Prepping on, not everybody is coming to get your stuff. They ain't after your stuff. They may not look like you, they may not talk like you, but they may be the ones that help you get through this mess. Plain and simple.
Absolutely.
It's very not true. About very judging true. A book by its cover. You gotta do something. Vet Prep said it's going to be mass chaos. You know, is it? I hope not. I'd look at it this way. I pray for the best and I prep for the worst. And I will always do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And thank you, man, Chef, for dropping the link, bro. I appreciate that. You know, I'm right there with you. I couldn't have said it better myself. Those are my exact sentiments. I pray for the best, plan and prepare for the worst. And some things just seem inevitable at this point. What it is exactly, I don't know. But the potential for everything that I could envision in my mind going wrong, I see the potential for it. So I'm kind of at that phase where, as you mentioned earlier, you can feel it. It's like something in the air. You don't know quite what it is.
Right.
Sometimes you feel like that before a game. The day before game day, you know, you just kind of, you don't practice that day. You just kind of rest up. You just kind of, you've done all the things you can do to be ready for the game. All you can do is basically wait for the coin flip and see which way things gonna go. If it's gonna be heads or tails, but you know,
exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're absolutely right. Rabbit Coyote said, I just got a friend a totally off-grid property this week. She's headed this way to see what she bought. Told her she's one who is now ahead of the game and the rest of the crowd. That's right. That's
nice.
Right.
Nice.
And you know, sooner or later, whatever's coming, it's going to get to us in rural areas in the country, because I'm going to be honest with you. The world is on fire. And when whatever goes down, cities are going to be hit the hardest. So if you got to bug out, folks, get those plans situated now. If you bugging out to somebody's location, talk with them, have a plan, help them out. Rip Curl, my man, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is perfect in your part of these republic states of America. Yeah. But
absolutely.
You know, go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to welcome in some other folks. CUCV Farmer, welcome in. Good to see you, my brother. Tuck, there you go. How you be? Hope you well. All right, go ahead.
All right. There's even, you know, we share the same sentiment about having water, about having enough water. And having lived through some of the things I've lived through, one of the most important preps, and this is something that always amazed me, even right here currently as we speak, there's a water issue going on in certain parts of the Dallas metro area. And everything from some people are saying it's so bad that you can't even, you wouldn't want to brush your teeth with it. Definitely don't want to consume it. You don't want to do dishes with it. So I think as of today or yesterday, they started to truck in water for folks to drink. And this is something I don't think is overlooked by people in this community, any of your followers, and probably most of mine. But what else you got to see before something click? And anytime I get an opportunity to ask this question, I really want people to think about that. The food is what it is. The water in most places is what it is. Other conditions are the way they are. And I just want to throw this in very briefly for all the I'm gonna say I call them non-believers. This can't happen, this ain't gonna happen, this impossible. Let's say we just completely put any potential civil unrest aside briefly, right? Let's forget about that. Living down here in the great state of Texas, a very underreported story is the last storm that hit Houston. I didn't see a lot of the major outlets making mention or talking about the fact that you had people who lost thousands of dollars worth of food, who had to toss everything in their deep freezers, everything in their refrigerators, but they still have little ones to feed. They have to feed themselves. Huge swaths of the city without power for, I want to say, just shy at the maximum, like we're talking about 12 to maybe 14 days, something like that. Don't you just want to get ready for that? I mean, didn't you just say it's insurance, bro? That's all it is insurance for yourself, for your family, for the people that you love. So if you're not into what used to be considered the more radical or odd or weird part of prepping, why can't you can't throw some water in the corner, a couple of jugs of water, man. Keep some Spam, keep some maybe start a small garden, do something, because the opportunity that you have to do that right now, that I call a luxury, might not be here tomorrow or next week or next month. So just some food for thought.
Exactly. Modi Soldier, welcome in. Much tested. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Come on in and get settled, get seated, and join in on the conversation. Yeah, folks, I'm going to even take this a step further. There may be some people in this world that want to see these great republic states of America turn into a third world country by any means. And we, the people, are going to have to be the ones that say, no, not on my watch. We have a constitution and a Bill of Rights, and we say no. You know, it's crazy that all these politicians, good, bad, or indifferent, they think we work for them, but they don't. So the only thing I can say, come November, vote. I don't care what political side of the aisle you sit on. You treat me like a human being, I'm going to treat you like a human being, and we like-minded people, we're going to be all right. But exercise your rights. Get involved in your local politics, without a doubt. Fallen Skies Homestead and Preparedness channel. Good to see you, my brother. I hope you and the family are doing well this evening, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. Yeah. But so Cherokee Survival said, Vision, tell Country Dream, and I subscribed up to him like Guardian Prepper. There you go. Appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Since the name change, YouTube kind of took us and threw us out in the ocean of the YouTube world, and a lot of people couldn't find us. A lot of people had trouble getting notifications. So I'm grateful, and it's a blessing to have any of you all who are connected to this fine gentleman right here who want to come over and check out some of our videos, watch some old stuff, spend some time with us, and just hang out. I'm grateful.
Yeah. And KY Survival said, too many will flee or take a knee. Yeah, I've said it today, and I'm gonna say it tomorrow. And until I can't breathe anymore, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Not gonna happen. Feather Fox, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, you're right, Feather Fox. Yeah, it is a shame. Some people think like that. You're right. They think that they tell us what to do, when in turn, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights say they work for the people. The first three words that were written said, we the people. We the people.
That's what I read. That's what I read. And you know something on the not civilian, on the citizen side of it, you ever notice something that I think is 100% true, because I know too many people with this mindset? On the you ever watch a horror film or a sci-fi or something like that? There's always this one or two or three people who like, well, don't they have to come get us? Won't they be here soon? I think that she's imperfection. She's imperfect, but this beautiful place that we call home, that we call our country, is riddled from coast to coast with a lot of really comfortable people who are 100% convinced that somebody's coming to get, whether their expectations reside in first responders or law enforcement or National Guard or whoever. I'm not saying those entities can't do something, but if that's where you throwing all your eggs in that basket.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Because, folks, I'm going to tell you now, ain't nobody coming to save you. And we all know that. You are your first responder. You are your EMT. You are your police. Yep. You are your farmer. You are your veterinarian. You are your pharmacist. We have to do everything ourselves because nobody is coming to save us. Point blank, period. Y'all know it as well as I do. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And your neighbors, your trustworthy neighbors, the ones who think like you and act like you and want to share in that style of community, should something happen, be it anything. If you don't know a neighbor or two or three and y'all can kind of throw your heads together and make something happen,
yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. And you know, that's why I talk about the things that I talk about, and I let y'all in on the products that I look at. And I'm not here to sell you nothing, because I ain't that guy or guys that say you better buy my gear or you're gonna die. I'll never do that. But if I see something that I'm using and it works for me and it's gonna save me and my family and help us through whatever, I'm gonna let y'all know. And 99.9% of the time, whatever the affiliate is, I'm like, you got to give up a discount if you want me to endorse or put my stamp of approval on your product. And by far, I'm telling y'all, I as far as y'all know, survival food, freeze-dried food goes, I'm a nutrient survival guy. If y'all find something better that works for y'all, good. I'm glad. You know, I'm an OUPES solar generator guy, and I got some stuff I'm working on that I'm gonna share with y'all in the coming months. That's gonna blow y'all away. But we gotta get ready. We gotta get the necessities. That's gonna help us get through. Yeah, to get through this turmoil. See, there you go, Professor. Turmoil, see, and Mayhemic, and carry us to the other side. Aston1885 said, "Vision preparedness as a content creator. Is there a way for you to hide people from your chat without blocking them? Others can view their chats, but you don't see them." No. If I hide somebody, ain't nobody gonna see them.
Right. That's what I thought.
Right. That's
but you the tech guy.
Yeah. No, that's the only way it works. If me or one of my ninja moderators hide somebody, nobody's gonna see it. That's how it works. Is somebody harassing you, Asking Team? Or is the chat moving too fast? She said, okay, thanks. If you're trying to come with a creator and they're not responding, it's just because they're ignoring you. trying to communicate with the creator. Yeah, no, they can't. If they hide you, they hide you. But and nobody can see the comments. Asking team. Yeah, I try not to ignore anybody. I'm just trying to be polite to this young man up here, because you know there are some old folks in the world that have manners.
Wow. Y'all flip that around. Y'all flip that around. Now we all know who the oldest one up here is, but I'm flattered, sir. I'm flattered. I thank you.
Whatever, man. Whatever. You was probably born in the 70s. I was already in high school when you were born. So I don't want to hear.
There he go, y'all. He's a jokester. He's a jokester. But I do want to get on you mentioning these products for a minute. And here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Because and you always have a modest approach. You always have, ever since I've known you, ever since you were, before you were affiliated with anybody, before you started doing anything. And I understand not wanting to overplug yourself, but the reason that I need and want as many people to know about vision preparedness and the products that you have, that the classes that you put on, the events that you put on, is because better prepared and better equipped people automatically lead to a safer environment, in my opinion.
Yep.
The next storm that hit, you still gonna have some casualties scattered here and there, because everybody can't be rescued, so on and so forth. But let's say a neighborhood flood in a neighborhood full of beautiful cul-de-sacs, and everybody got an upstairs. What if they took that OUPES upstairs with their little mini fridge and they fresh clean water, and they just rolled it out on the second floor for 2 or 3 days, versus having nothing, no options, and not being prepared whatsoever? And seeing you do what you do and encouraging other people to entertain the preparedness lifestyle, I think is underestimated, more than you give yourself credit for, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that, but you know, I try. I guess I'm having PTSD from that other guy that sells everything every 2 minutes and says, if you don't buy this, you're gonna die. I'm not like that. I'm not that guy
At all.
At all.
Well, you just stay on your path. You stay on your path, because people need you, man. People need to hear this message, and they probably need some of them products. I'm almost sure of it. So
that's true. Yeah, I get it. And thank you. I appreciate it. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, my brother from another mother. Hey, we made it. It's Thursday. We didn't die on We All Gonna Die Wednesday. So here we are on Mayhemic Thursday. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you had a great day today. And thank you for stopping in. As always, my brother, my friend, a good guy. Mike is amazing. I've learned a lot from him. He has helped me more than I can say. And if everybody been asking me, Vision, you gonna do a fall bug out weekend? No, because the election's around the corner, and I don't want nobody to get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and not be near their preps, their security, their people, their group, their stuff, their safe place. So we're not having one, but the bug out weekend concept never came from me. It came from this guy right here, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. He'll tell you it's his fault. Blame him. If you had a good time at any one of my bug out weekends, blame Mike. It's his fault, and I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, folks, the time is now. You know, where there's smoke, is there fire? Absolutely. We all know. Or is it? Because according to the mass,
it is.
Yeah. According to the mass mafia media, the world is burning. The world is on fire. We just ain't jumped out of the boiling pot yet. Yeah, that's not the case. The water may be a little
Right.
warm, but it ain't boiling, or is it? I don't know.
I mean, great question. Great
Yeah.
question. If you adjust to it, how would you know? How would you know if you already in it and the temperature going up? Humans are pretty adaptable people. I'm just saying again, if you smell the smoke and you can see the smoke,
Mhm.
you might not see the flames yet, but it's a fire there somewhere.
Yeah,
It's a fire
exactly.
there, in my opinion.
Yes. Ascentine 85 said it is always boiling somewhere. You're right. It is. It is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we got to be ready for it, because the fire could be right here in our own great states.
Absolutely.
We just got to do what we do, y'all, and keep on prepping, and keep our head on a swivel, keep praying, keep practicing, test out your gear, plain and simple.
Period.
My man, that's right. Tell him, Devil Dog. August 30th, 2025, the Ohio State Buckeyes host Texas here in the shoe. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we all know how that's gonna go. You seen our quarterback? You seen the offense?
Bruh, you know what? We don't need to have that conversation, because we so deep, you won't be able to swim.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
I know I don't stand a chance in here. Oh, not
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I better not say nothing about Ohio, not in this chat.
That's right. All my Ohio family is present and accounted for. Yeah. So there you go. But then again, you got a few, Fallen Skies Homesteading Preparedness Channel. Yeah. See,
Hook 'em,
Adina,
baby. Hook 'em.
Adina, go Longhorns. Yeah. It
Family.
is what it is. That's okay. But anywho, how many of y'all in the chat have run across somebody that says, "Oh, everything's gonna be okay, nothing's gonna happen"? Put a 1 in the chat. Oh yeah, I'll share. Here you go, Ascentine. She said, "Are you ever going to share the inside story of OHIO?" Yes, because The Ohio State University and anybody in Ohio, the Buckeyes know. Everybody knows that if you hear somebody say OH, your response is IO, and I say you can go anywhere in the country and shout out OH. You're here in IO. I proved that to my friends when I lived in Chicago. They didn't believe me. And we were out and I did it. And then you hear this IO. And I said, there you go. Case closed. So that's the thing. That's the story behind the inside story of OHIO. Yeah. But back to our regularly scheduled program. See? There, yeah, see? There it is. But all the ones, look at all the ones rolling in. And see, all my Ohio people, IO. Yeah. Maccabeus, welcome in. Good to see you. Yep. See, Cherokee Survival said that is true vision. Yeah. So here's the thing. With all the ones, everybody's rolling in. Hudson Valley's put in about 500 ones. So these people think that everything is perfect. And if you even talk to them about maybe getting an extra case of water or some more batteries for your flashlight or your radio or whatever, they'll look at you like, why? Everything's okay. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just makes
it can be exhausting too.
Yes. Yeah. At one point in the game, I was thinking about cutting back. Yeah, I see you, Michigan. We're gonna give you a the ignore sign. How's that? Yeah. We'll see you in November. That's all I can say, Michigan. We'll see you. I love you, brother. I love you, your family, everybody. But in November, bruh, we are, arch enemies. So let's enjoy this while we can. But anyway, I lost my whole train of thought. What was I talking about?
The ones in the chat, and the people who think everything gonna be hunky dory.
The one that thinks everybody's gonna be hunky dory and everything's gonna be good. Michigan said facts. That's right. See, we can get along, but when November rolls around, it's every man for themselves. These people are the ones that either think they come into y'all's house or that the government is going to come and save them. Sad.
Right.
Sad.
Right.
Sad.
Right. And you're not going to, if you've been talking to people for several years about maybe considering this or maybe considering that, I'm not going to say it's a lost cause because I don't want y'all blaming that on OJ. Now, don't say Country Dreaming told me to just give up because I ain't telling you to do that. But what I am saying is the energy that you're exhausting trying to convince people is energy you could be putting into running over to your local Freedom Seed shop or store or do whatever you got to do. But I noticed this, like if you'll even take Vision Chat, there may be people in here, I'm almost sure of it because we all adults from different backgrounds, so on and so forth. Even people that you may have subtle disagreements with doesn't mean that y'all not like-minded in the sense of, okay, we can be there for one another should we find ourselves in a circumstance to need each other. It's like when you encounter people who are already open-minded to a concept versus trying to convince people that, if you already got 40 pair of shoes, do you really need another $100-$200 pair of shoes when you could be buying some nutrient survival or some Freedom Seeds or water filtration system? I'm just saying.
Yeah. And now I remember my train of thought. A few months ago, I literally thought about cutting back on my live streams to possibly maybe once a week. The COO looked at me and said, no, you can't do that. Right. And I was like, I'm grown. I can do anything I want. She said, no, you can't. She said, there are too many people that listen to you and are taking your advice on some things. And I had to think about that. And this goes to all of you amazing people in the chat, because when I started first talking about the pre-release of the Opus Mega 1, and put my link up there, and all of a sudden people start looking at them and reserving theirs, which they should. And then, what really got me was my Opus rep emailed me and said, I don't know what you're doing, but we see all these orders coming through your custom code, your custom link. We're going to activate your custom code for 5% off additionally to add to the $50 coupon. I was floored. And all I can say to y'all is, y'all did that. Y'all made this brand look what we doing this on this little channel and said, wait a minute, they doing something over there. We have to help them. And two of my subscribers, Wolfgang, and I think it was Crafty Leo, applied for the project Opus Helps and got free solar generators from them because they have medical devices that they need continuous power to. So y'all did that, not me. And I appreciate y'all.
That's amazing.
Because there is strength in numbers. And see, I'm going to tie this all in nicely and put a bow on it. Because when SHTF kicks off or there's some type of major disaster, whatever, it's us, we the people, that are going to have to come together and become stronger to deal with the mayhemicness and the turmoil that's coming our way. Plain and simple. Yeah.
That's it, bro. So, that's it. Facts. All facts. Yeah.
Fallen Sky said, amazing. My family lived through Mount St. Helens eruption. Folks didn't know what can happen. We talk about a volcano. You know what? All I can say is to prepare for a volcano. If it's coming my direction, I'm loading up the truck and we getting out of Dodge. How do you prep for a volcano? I don't know. No clue.
Me neither, bro. Me
neither. I don't know how you prep.
You know, I remember that. I want to say that was I was back in like 80 or 81.
Yeah, you was probably in middle school.
I was in my late 30s at the time. Yeah, it was definitely 81. It was 1981. Yeah.
You was in your late 30s in 81, so you in your 70s now. Okay. Okay.
Close.
Yeah. Hudson Valley said, practice kissing you. Exactly. That's the only way to do it, Mike. Yeah.
Pretty much.
As Ghost Lincoln says, the fecal matter is hitting the oscillating device. Be ready and get ready. That's right. Yeah. Vet Prep said 1980. Absolutely. Yeah. Common Sense Karen, welcome in. Welcome in. Tuck said, move away. You cannot prep for exploding mountains. Evac now. Yeah. Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah. As Rip says, you try to run from a volcano and seek cover. Absolutely. But you know, I've come across people, I'll use the term friends lightly with air quotes, that I haven't seen in years. And they said, well, where you at now? Where you living? What side of town? What you doing? And my response to them is, out the way.
There you go.
I live out the way.
There you go.
Take care, Wisconsin Farm Boy. Appreciate you coming in. If you don't mind, please, if you haven't, hit that like button on your way out. Yeah, I live out the way. Plain and simple. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah.
Mine too. That's where I live. That's where I operate. Out of the way. If the only time I insert myself or venture into the town of these YouTube streets is to collaborate and coalesce with my fine people. I was looking at the chat, the conversation going on over here, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is an inside story, okay? Inside joke between my guys. And you know, our catchphrase for it is, you know, they were talking about monkeypox and all that mess and everything, and our response is, don't put your mouth on it. That's the only way you're not gonna get it. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So,
and it's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that can't never not be funny, man. You can be talking about anything. If you say, don't put your mouth on it, that's just funny to me.
Exactly. And that's what we do. And that's why you'll see that randomly. Don't put your mouth on it. Yeah. But
right.
What are you doing, Cole? Okay. But we got to get to the place, folks, where number one, we can discern between right and wrong with all this mess they're bombarding us with on the internet, on your phone, on the apps. You need to get down. Look at that. There's y'all's nephew. He just wanted to come up here and say, hey. So get down. Thank you. I appreciate you. And stay down. Okay.
You can
Thank you.
see him growing during the live, man. Like literally while the live is going, you can see him physically getting bigger over the course of a live, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He's growing. He's doing his thing and getting into all kind of mayhemicness and causing turmoil. See, but everybody loves Cole. I told the COO the other day, everybody speaks to her and Cole before they even speak to me. Yeah. Hudson Valley said he ate 3 men. Cherokee Survival, he is a African Borbal. And if you don't know what it is, Google it. One of, if not the strongest dog with the strongest bite per square inch on the planet. They were bred to protect farmers in South Africa's herds from lions. That's what they do.
Yep.
So you have a seat. See, he heard his name and he just wanted to come back up. Okay, you want to say hi to everybody? Look, say hi. Okay, now tell them goodbye. Ooh, thank you. He's about 120 pounds. He's 15 months old. Yeah, Water Tiger. Welcome in. He's still a puppy. Yes, he's still a puppy. And yeah, exactly, Ghost Lincoln. Yes. So let me ask you this, Jay. How do you see, or what's your opinion on this election if we're going to have one? How do you see it going down?
Honestly speaking, just me personally, not good. And I say that with complete openness, that I say that regardless of who the winner of this election is. I think that so much has happened and so many emotions are involved and so many different groups and factions are kind of here and there and everywhere. I think that the displeasure with the outcome will maybe be, like you said, if there's, we talking about it, if there's smoke, there's fire. Sometimes it's just that one little extra spark. It's already smoke, but it's kind of smoldering a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just that one little drop of gasoline or that one little drop of this is just what it needed to ignite. And I don't know, but as we said earlier, I pray and hope for the best and plan and prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like the possibility of some civil unrest style situations will probably exist. But I do want to add this too, man. Now, for one, as a difference between a deeply populated urban environment or area versus a more rural area.
Yeah.
And even though I still feel like anything can happen, I think that it's a lot of people in this country who do care about each other. I think it's a lot of people in this country who do want to look out for each other. You just got to find them and hold on to them and plan accordingly.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. In Hudson Valley, I always tell you, gather your people now. So Vet Prep had a question about, do I have any details on the next bug out weekend? As of right now, Vet Prep, I will say that the next bug out weekend will probably be in the spring of next year. Could be late winter, so that we get a change of temperature. But I will say this, we are looking for a new location just to break it up. So there, for everybody that's wondering, And I'm gonna be honest with you, we didn't have one this fall because of the upcoming election and the possibility of chaos, plain and simple. And my gut just told me do not do anything this fall, and I didn't. But you're right, Asantine. Either way, it's going to be Mayhemic, right? Regardless of who wins the election, my personal opinion, allegedly, it's going to be Mayhemic.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. It's going to be Mayhemic. And thank you, Cherokee Survival, and everybody else commenting on Cole and how cute and pretty and all that good stuff he is. He's ornery as a 2-year-old toddler, as you can see. Nope, can't get up here, bud. You need to go lay down. Go get your bone. Thank you. But he is very obedient and smart as can be. XNYC said, if Dems win, no civil unrest. If Dems lose, civil war. I think that could go both ways. Plain and simple.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. CUCV Farmer said, if the powers that be want to crash the economy, I can see them putting Trump in so he will take the blame, just like Hoover and the Depression. Yeah, FDR's policies that turned recession into a depression. You got to lay down, bud. Okay.
Well,
go find mommy. Is mommy home? Where's she at? She's not home. Good. Go lay down. So, it could go either way. But, we got to be prepared and ready. Go ahead.
Absolutely. No, I was just agreeing with you because I think if it's kind of like this, I'm kind of at the end of my not prepping. I never stop being a living prepared, especially living out in a rural area. It's a way of life, not an event you preparing for. But with that being said, if you are around people, family, because I'm sure Trent, you'd have heard these people maybe in a live or in a chat, they're the only one in their family that sees it. The spouse don't see it, the kids don't see it, so they're like the only one with this preparedness mindset about themselves. If you are that one person in your family, keep being that one person in your family, as exhausting as it is, and they'll thank you later. How about that?
Exactly. Oh, Vet Prep said I was talking about Cole's next buddy. Yeah, dude, get down. Get down. No, sir. Not today.
He won't play.
He does. He wants to play. And today we're not going to play because he's going to get put in jail and he's going to settle his butt down. Nope. Anyway, he said, talking about Cole's next buddy. Yeah, we're still looking. I'm not sure if we probably will end up going back to the same breeder. I would like to find one local if I can, but I got no problem going back to the same breeder. Yeah, you need to straighten up, okay? You can't be misbehaving in front of all these people. They love you. So you chill. Go do something other than wreck the table and pull everything down. So, and as you see him, you see how he's looking at me like, oh, I'm sorry, Dad. Yeah. So we're working on it, Vet Prep. We're close. Thought we had one, but it turned out not to be what it was supposed to be. But folks, y'all know what time is it? Oh Lord, it's going on 9:15. We're gonna go till 9:30, and we're gonna say goodnight because we could be here all night long just talking. So we're gonna keep it moving. As long as y'all stay here, I'll stay here. No.
Sounds good, man. Let's do it.
Yes. And Fallen Sky said outside influence will cause problems, divide and conquer. Correct, Fallen Skies, and that's their whole MO, divide and conquer. As much of the hatred, allegedly, that the media mafia says about us Americans, I guarantee you more of us would come together to fight off tyranny than those that would not. Plain and simple.
That's a good point.
Urban, good to
That's
see you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I look what happened during 9/11. Regardless of how y'all think it happened, we came together as a nation, and I truly believe in upheaval, unrest, and pure debauchery and mayhemicness and turmoilcy, we will unite as people and do what we need to do to keep these great republic states of America free and to uphold our Constitution.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I agree. And the reason where I have that it's a little bit larger than a modicum of faith or hope, because I can't really describe it the way I really want to, but I'll say that if you think about it, 330 some odd million Americans right now, look at all these folks who still working at the plant together. Look at all the folks from different ethnicities and background who still over at the steel mill, at corporate job doing this. It's like sometimes the squeaky wheel get the oil, and it's a whole lot of squeaky wheels out here. But for the most part, I think a lot of people are still finding a way to do what we've always done: handle our business, take care of our kids, family, wife, life, so on and so forth. So.
Exactly. And Devil Dog, just to let you know, didn't nobody miss nothing. Like I said at the Bushcraft cook-off, there was a bunch of shenanigans and collusion that went on during the cook-off. And okay, you see, and here is the main culprit of the judges. Walter Wilderness sent me the document and the recording of all of y'all agreeing on what y'all gonna do during the judging and all of that. That's okay. I got the full report in writing and a video. And a recording of a conversation. So it's okay. You can be who you want to be. We'll just see, plain and simple. But right, you're right, Jay, and I'm waiting for the movie Homestead to come out later this year by Angel Studios. That tells the tale. Right. That's going to tell the tale. And when it comes out, y'all need to see it. How many of y'all in the chat saw the movie Civil War? I watched it. I wasn't, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be because it was from the perspective of a reporter, which is okay.
Right.
But
right.
Homestead is a different story. And, we got to do what we got to do. That's why we say, get your people now. I don't care if it's you and 3 of your neighbors on your block. Okay?
Right.
Do what you got to do to protect you and your family. Because it's coming sooner or later. Paper Buttons 19, good to see you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. She said it was good. Yeah. So, it is what it is. But I will say this, and I'm not talking about nobody in the chat, okay? So don't say I said this about y'all, because I know this is not true about y'all. There's my disclaimer, allegedly. People that will not prepare with everything going on in the world, and they think everything's going to be okay and the government's going to come help them, they are plumb dumb. I'm sorry. I'm putting it down in the grass where your puppy dog and kittens and them goats and chickens and cats and squirrels and everybody else can get it. and y'all know that.
Can get it. Yeah,
You know,
they can
we,
get it.
we,
And
we, you know, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Jay.
I didn't mean to cut you off. It's a little bit of.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead and say it. I'm done. KY Survival said, never let a crisis go to waste. Ain't that what they say? Yeah, they knew they had us. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. I know where it came from too. The funny thing is, well, not funny, but the interesting thing is I don't know what it'll be this go round, but since we kind of did diving in and out of politics, there's typically what an October surprise of some sort,
right?
And this is September, so that means a couple of weeks, right?
Yep.
I mean, what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? I don't know. Some things are, man, I don't even want to go there because that'll turn this into a 3-hour live. But
go ahead. We can start naming it. What are you talking about? Grid down power outage. We talking another major cyber attack. What more can they attack on the cyber side? We've already had our cell phone numbers and names exposed. All of our social security numbers have been exposed.
Yep.
I mean, what more can they do on a cyber attack? Yeah.
You know, yeah. And then different issues with different people's banking systems and so on and so forth. 2 issues have been pretty widespread across my part of Texas. One of them is either the satellite allegedly is down and we doing cash only, or there's always some kind of banking issue with, you know, most of us we may bank with more than one institution, you know, for obvious reasons. And it's something wrong with them too. It's like, you know, 1 minute online banking is working, then it's not. Then the ATMs are working, then they're not. And it's just this whole, what Mad Shad said right there pretty much sum it up.
Yeah. We're constantly being monitored. Yeah. Yeah. So here's the thing. And Jay been talking about this for a year. We've been talking about about bricks. Do you know that is starting to crumble? Because China, you know, wanted bricks and all that to be backed by the yen. China's having their own issues because now when Russia is buying whatever from China, China told them, don't pay us in the yen. We want you to pay us in gold. Do your research, folks.
I think I know exactly. Right.
Something's happening exactly what you're talking about with bricks. And here's another thing. Do you know who the biggest 2 countries in the world are right now that are buying up all the gold? Poland and India. Poland and India are buying up all the gold. And both of them are part of BRICS.
Very interesting. And very true. It's a lot going on out there, y'all. It's a lot going on out there. And again, I tried.
Yeah. You, dude, quit scratching. You and me both. We tried. But I'm gonna continue.
Yeah. For years. Yeah. You've had some conversations about that. We've had some conversations about that. I think a lot of that is in preparation. Now, again, y'all, go do your own research, because if you don't understand some of the earlier parts of what goes on with BRICS, everything I'm saying, you may not get what I'm talking about. But when you start implementing the let's say you step away from the SWIFT system. We talking about global markets. We're not talking about your mom and pop's bank. We talking about trade systems that. I saw that. We talking about international trade.
Yeah. And it wouldn't hurt to have a little gold and silver tucked away somewhere. Yeah. Because the fiat dollar we have, folks, is dying. And it's going to die quickly. The fiat currency is going to go in the toilet real soon. So, yeah. That's right, Dan. Your man, Dan H. Gold, the only currency that's still around since it was discovered. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And
Jehovah Bat Zion. Good to see you. Hope you're having an amazing evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah. And that's the thing. How do you prep? So if they want this digital currency that they control, that they tell you what you can spend, where you can spend it, and how much you can spend, and if not, they turn it off, and my babies and y'all's babies can't eat, can't pay no bills.
Right.
The world will burn. Yeah. It will burn.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine not being able to do anything without? I mean, it's almost like that now in a lot of ways, but there's still a lingering sense of a little bit, just this little bitty pinch of privacy, because you might get, especially for up north, like where you at, you might want to just know a kid somewhere down the road need a couple extra bucks. Okay, come shovel half the driveway or something and give them a 20 or just cut a path. Could you imagine all of that going away? It's crazy if you think about it, man.
It is. You're absolutely right. And yeah. So y'all's nephew heard somebody upstairs and off he ran. Go get him. And I egg him on. Yeah. Can y'all imagine that? No way to pay nothing unless you got a little gold, a little silver, or we start bartering. The bartering system,
that part,
will come into play. You got that right, KY Survival. Yep. People will do bad things to feed their young. You got that right. Yes. All-American Prepper, my brother from another mother. Good to see you, and thank you for joining us. Yeah, Astantine, all that babysitting money from my day, gonzo. That's right. Babysitting money, grass cutting money, shoveling snow money, all of it gone. Yeah.
Right. And
that's why.
Some.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Nah, you good. Go ahead.
Okay, but I know you're trying to wind things down. I just want to say this real quick.
You fine. We got time.
While there's a lot of attention focused on the political environment, as it should be, from either party, whatever, as it should be, but maybe that's the canary right there. Maybe could you imagine if something happened and all of a sudden, whether you rich, poor, middle class, upper middle class, lower poor class, whatever, what if everybody's money just started getting played with overnight? What if you want something and you can't order that Blue Eddie because Amazon down? You got the bread to get it, but you can't go get it. I just saw that happen down there in Houston. You can have, unless you got cash, your other big box store, what if they just run out of everything you think you finna go grab real quick? Like if you start playing with folk money, that is one of the fastest ways to throw all of this entire country. What you call it? Calamity, not calamity. What's
turmoil? See,
yeah, tumulty, and by next thing you know, we all gonna die Wednesday.
exactly.
Shout out, Hustle.
I know that's right. So Astantine say I still say Vision Preparedness setup of gift exchange website. Glad to be alive. Holiday every day where you gift your eggs to someone else who gifts you milk. Thanks and thanks. Yeah, absolutely. But what if the internet's down? We need to make those physical connections. I'm going to tell y'all,
that part.
I support our local farmers market, and half of them I personally know and talk to them and spend my money with them if I'm not growing it myself. Yeah.
Yep.
Make those connections now. I don't care if you live in a city or not. Go find a farmer's market. Make yourself known. Plain and simple.
Right.
And the professor said,
just some food.
Go ahead.
No, man, it's doggone delay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You read something.
Mad Chad said, sub to Devil Dog Prepper. He's a champ. There you go, folks. Please, we're trying to get Devil Dog to 500 subscribers by the end of September. Please help us, kind sir and kind ma'am. It costs you nothing. And thank you. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Listen. Yeah, man, I'm sorry about that vision. We got a few second delay, so that I keep stepping on you accidentally.
You okay?
But, like what Vision just said about doing local, sometimes I pay sometimes a little bit or a decent amount. Get away from me, bugs. With your local Freedom Seed shop, if you got one in your area that you know they mom and pop, so you might be able to get a cheaper deal at this big box store. I mean, mix it up. Your local some of your machinists and mechanics and stuff like that. If you find yourself in a position where you in need, get to know your local people and build and establish a relationship with them the same way you would, like Vision said, for your local farmers, your local growers. Just get to know your community.
Exactly. Say hello to everybody. Hello. The COO came in, folks, and while Jay was talking, the magic was going on in the background. The cup is full, and Cole has vanished.
Nice.
Devil Dog Prep. You right, Jay. Devil Dog Prepper said, learn to grow veggies, learn how to hunt, learn how to replenish everything you stock up on. Yeah, that's what we got to do.
Right.
That's what we got to do.
Thank you, Chad.
Of course, at Vet Prep, of course they're watching us. They're reading our comments and chasing the gift idea for taxes, I'm sure. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. But of
course.
Yeah, see, there they go. See, there it is. Ola. She speaks and everybody listens. I'm gonna start calling her EF Hutton because they love her to death. And I tried to tell her that. And I'm still trying to get her to join me on a live. And her answer is she still grins and says, I don't know what to say. And she says no. So there you go. Yeah. Thank you, Jennifer. And by the way, good to see you, Jennifer. Hope you're having an amazing evening. And she said hit the like button and make sure you're still subscribed because y'all know YouTube plays shenanigans with us channels that have truth to tell. We don't spend nothing. If we do, I don't know. We don't spend nothing. So except truth is truth. Right is right, wrong is wrong, always will be. I don't care what you do. I don't care if your fourth grade teacher said, "Oh, it's okay to feel like a boy today," and you're a girl, and if you're a girl and you feel like a boy, it's okay to feel that way. You know what? Don't get me started. Where's my personal moderator? Don't let me go full blown retard,
Yeah.
Ghost. Please.
Have to say that one for Rumble, man.
Yeah, I'll save that for Rumble for sure. You know, what Ghost Lincoln just said, I'm just saying, when I pass away, please delete my search history. Right? Right? They won't, Ghost. Don't worry. We will, but they won't. Yeah. But seriously, folks, where there is smoke, we all know that there's fire. We may not see the fire, we may not even feel the heat, but we see and smell the smoke. That's why we stay ahead of the curve. That's why we prep. That's why we prepare. And we do.
Facts.
Yes. Yeah. Ghost Lincoln said, vision, drink some coffee, and breathe. Okay. You're right, Ghost. But as Hudson Valley has told me before, Trent, you cannot breathe in the coffee. So I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. But folks,
nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Y'all know. I mean, we're going to have to do a rumble together, Jay, because then we can quit dancing around the bush and ringing around the posy or however that goes. Yeah. Ghost Lincoln said, I see the smoke and smell the chemicals currently. Yes, you do, my brother. And please, stay safe out there, because if you haven't heard, folks, there is a chemical fire in Akron, Ohio. In Ghost isn't in it, but it's not too far away from his vicinity. So, my brother, please stay safe, and you know where you can go, as always, if you have to. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Ascentine85 said, I hate getting over caffeinated with free work coffee. They don't offer any unleaded. Oh, that's all I drink is unleaded, and I drink it all day, every day.
Yeah.
But with that, folks, Ghost said, he said, I'm good. All right, good, bro. Good. I'm good. I allegedly may have things to handle. Yeah, I get it. You're all right. You'll be okay. So where there is smoke, there is fire. We all know that, period. We may not see the sparks. We may not see the flames, but we smell and see the smoke, and we need to act and plan accordingly. Yeah. Very much so. With that, Jay, I'm going to leave you with the last words. And we're going to let these amazing people go for the night. We've held them hostage for an hour and 39 minutes.
Well, again, thank you for having me, my brother. I saw a lot of familiar faces in the chat. I didn't get to speak to everybody individually, but it's good to see like All American. Thank you, Mad Shad, for sharing and dropping the link. My Renaissance grandma, people I hadn't seen in a while, other faces. Teresa, it's just good to see everybody. And thank y'all for letting us spend this much time with you. And don't be discouraged, be prepared. Don't be depressed, be prepared. Don't be overwhelmed, be prepared. And thank y'all again. Thank y'all for having us. Like I'm gonna be more active. I saw Astatine had made a comment about maybe having a few shows a week in the morning again, like I did. That's something I'll work on as the winter progresses, and I wait for it to warm up a little bit to do this and that. But we'll see. That's yet to be determined. But in the meantime, man, y'all please make sure y'all hit that like button for Vision Preparedness. Make sure y'all hit the like button for him.
Thank you.
I don't know what to say, man. Thank you for having me, bro. I probably wouldn't have came out of the bushes. So I needed this. I actually needed this more than I thought, man.
Good. Hey, man, that's what family does, bro. I appreciate you. And, you know, I ain't nothing but a phone call away for now until they, you know, decide to turn off all the phones. But with that, folks,
Right.
I'll say this. Keep on prepping because your family depends on you and it depends on your life. This is Vision Preparedness. God bless everybody. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. And we will see you in the next video. Vision Preparedness. God bless everybody and take care. The time is now.